Today is Sunday, August. I'm sorry, why do I keep on saying August? Sunday, April 10, and I'm really in a solace place, just trying to work on some conceptions. And just to let you know, I've been working on, doing some personal designs related to things that have to do with what I want to do in my life. And one of the things that I like to do is I like to share what has benefited me in a way that will also empower the community that I identify with. And I identify with the community that I come to know, that has helped me build me up as a person. And that's Black USA and some of Black Jamaica. And what I'd like to say is that we really have to deal with some of the disconnectedness when it comes to dealing with our sisters, as well as, the sisters, I would say, in Jamaica, because there just seems to be just this discontent around who gets attention from the guys, or what is happening in foreign. And one of the things that I find really problematic is this whole notion that every person that lives in foreign is somebody who, for example, who lives in foreign, who, for example, we sort of have our own banks and stuff like that. And hello, I'm a Black woman. I'm working on my professorship, amongst other things. And I've been working on this for, geez, it's got to be, like, when I think about all my research and stuff, it's been about 30 years. And I'm still working on my credentializing. So that goes to show how oppression works when it comes to our positionality. And it's also important for us to speak about our experiential. But it shouldn't always be from our disposition. It should also be from your disposition, in terms of, like, what is your reality and how do you actually negotiate something called racialization and economic marginalization from a white perspective, for example. And I'm not suggesting that, sisters like myself, think like a white person and then, we try and be like them. That's not what I'm suggesting at all. I'm suggesting that when it comes to understanding Black issues, you have to be able to say, okay, can I actually feel the way that they feel? Like, for example, if, someone calls us nigger, and you're a white person, can you feel what it's like to be called that name when you actually benefit from a whole social system, a whole nation state structure that is based on the supremacy of whiteness? And I was just thinking about some things today, and I'm like, I really don't like these adversarial relationships between these different ethnic groups. And I call white ethnic because the predominant group is actually nature, and nature is always at the forefront of everything. So there's that group, and then there's the human race. But within the human race, or human being essence, or whatever you want to call that, there's just a lot of contention. And I'm not the one to say, oh, okay, you know what, let's all hold hands because we bleed the same blood. That's bullshit, because we don't bleed the same blood. We don't have the same PhD. We don't have the same acid in our blood composition. We don't have the same, we actually don't get diseases. And we don't bleed the same blood. And so there's a lot of, like, education opportunities related to that kind of stuff as well. So I just wanted to say, I'm just in this space, and it's really beautiful. I'm trying to do like some interior decorating stuff, and I was reading up on some feng shui, and that was all disrupted very rudely. So I can't even remember the book that I was looking at, but I'm trying to draw upon my own womanist principles and stuff that I've learned in black feminism, USA black feminism, so that, for example, um, my significant other can, come home one day and say, oh my God, like, I feel like I'm in the forest, and then, he just, you take him to bliss, right? So, I'm also going to share the goodies. I'm learning things, and I just wanted to say that, I'm learning and growing as well. And one of the things that I really do appreciate is just this way that you can actually engage with people from all over the place on YouTube. So I just wanted to say thank you for watching my videos. Right now I'm actually working on, trying to construct one piece of my home as like a museum. And when you walk into the museum, you're going to be like, oh my God, what is this? And the laboratory, I want it to be like a reconstruction of all the biomedical violence that they did to black women, and then the rest of my home be that nest that brings that black woman back to life from biomedical abuse. So yeah, I was like, let me try this theme of a hospital, and what would my hospital look like? And we can dream big and live that dream, like Jennifer Beals in or Alex, as Alex in Flashdance says, that you have to feel the music in order to be able to move the music, and it's move to the music. And it's the same idea as a dream. You have to be able to dream the dream, and then when you dream the dream, you can also live the dream. So I'm trying some things, and I'm like, okay, when people come over, how do I scare them? Like they walk into my bathroom and boom, everything is like, oh my God, where are we? We're back in like the 1600s here. So I'm working on some stuff, and I'll share it with you. I just want to test some things first, but I really like the solace of candlelight, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to a hardware store and see if I can get some soft lights that are yellow, and so it presents that really nice aura, because currently in my beautification space, it's like very bright lights, and I'm like, sometimes I don't even want to wake up to that in the morning. So yeah, I gotta think of like ways to sort of restructure my space. And my space is just it's not very extravagant. It's just a basic space where I have my necessities, and I have to make do with what I can get. There's certain things that I'm working on, and I'm like, wow, we should really be talking about like real estate stuff as well. But I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there because I'm working on acquiring 5 buildings to actually use as sort of centers to process different projects that are related to academia that I'm working on. So it's a really beautiful thing that's happening. As well as today I was just like in this space of solace, and just working on like business engines, and I was just sort of conceptualizing like all these like engines for little businesses and stuff, and I was like, wow, I'm a business engine engineer, and let me run with it, and it's all good. So thanks for watching, and have yourself a beautiful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in this place called planet Earth. Bye. Oh, touch with me is, what is my email? Oh, sorry, I have a few. Oh, right, it's goose as in bird, Canada as in the country, @gmail.com. Thanks.